The drought crisis that hit Kenya in 2021 and persisted through 2024 was the worst in over 40 years. In response, the government of Kenya declared it a national disaster, urging collective action to mitigate the devastating effects. The National Drought Management Authority ranked Meru County at an alert stage, with a worsening trend signaling the possibility of an emergency phase.
The biting drought continues to ravage parts of the country. Meru County has joined the list of counties severely affected.
Well, the situation is so dire that the county hit national headlines this week after the rains failed for 3 consecutive seasons, turning a once lush countryside into a desert.
Kamwerine villages in Igembe North constituency are among the 6 constituencies hardest hit by the prevailing drought and hunger in Meru County. Their once green and lush countryside is now a barren land, laid bare by effects of a perennial drought that has persisted for 3 years now. Residents here say this is the worst drought they have witnessed since 1984. Their animals have died. Women are forced to trek for over 10 kilometers daily in search of water. And even then, there is no guarantee that they will return home with any.
School-going children at Kindernothilfe Primary School in Tigania West have resorted to digging up the dry earth in search of grass roots, which they eat to still their hunger pangs. Teachers in parts of Meru County have expressed concern over the rising number of learners dropping out of school.
It's break time at Kindernothilfe Primary School in Tigania West. The learners here have no desire to engage in the recreational activities. They have another agenda in mind, that of their survival. They are busy digging up the earth. They are looking for these, which they proceed to eat. They crack the pods open and eat the seeds. This oblivious of the inherent danger of possible poisoning. 2 kilometers away at Meru Primary School, the script is the same. Classrooms are filled with empty desks of learners who did not show up to school because of the hunger crisis. Data from the Kenya Red Cross on the drought situation in Meru paints a desperate picture.
Reports from the Meru County Drought Response Steering Committee in October 2022 highlighted a significant increase in the number of people in need of food assistance, with 600,000 people requiring help compared to 400,000 in September 2022, a 50% rise. School children were particularly affected, with 40 schools serving over 15,000 pupils facing closure due to the threat of malnutrition. The situation was exacerbated by predictions of below-average rainfall for the October-November season, which further impacted food production. In light of these findings, Ripples International, guided by its core value of responsiveness, which emphasizes acting quickly in life-threatening emergencies, decided to step in and help alleviate human suffering. Ripples International's approach was to take informed and sensitive actions that empowered vulnerable populations, ensuring they had a voice in the decisions that affected them. In partnership with Kindernothilfe, Ripples International launched the Drought Intervention Project in Meru County in September 2022. This initiative aimed to support the affected communities and reduce the impacts of the crisis.
The reason why we are targeting the school is because we know if a child can get a meal a day, it will encourage the school attendance. One of the things that has really struck us is they are not just eating, but they are having papers where they are trying to put that food, maybe possibly to take to their other siblings at home or to take back to their families at home. So it is a clear indication that there is a lot of severe droughts in this.
Working with the vulnerable families to support them with cash transfers, to also be able to ensure that they afford basic needs during the drought crisis. Further to that, we'll also be working closely with the National Drought Management Authority.
Since its inception, the project has benefited 16 primary schools, reaching 5,500 children through bird feeding programs that provided nutritious meals. These programs not only improved school attendance and retention, but also reduced the burden on parents who could now focus on providing for other needs, knowing their children would receive at least one meal at school. Ripples International adopted a participatory approach to the wet feeding program, involving all stakeholders, students, parents, and the local community in decision making.
We are grateful for what Ripples is doing in this school particularly. We really appreciate it.
Came to our office. Hatutaki mutupatie chakula sisi. Tafadhali leteni chakula shule.
When the children heard that there is feeding program in the school, majority who had gone even to be employed came back to school.
Instead of distributing physical food, checks were issued to schools, enabling them to procure the necessary food items. This ensured that the food provided met the specific needs of the students and aligned with the principle of participation of affected population, keeping decision-making power in the hands of those mostly impacted by the crisis. In addition to the school feeding programs, the project supported 130 vulnerable households with cash transfers. These transfers provided immediate relief by enabling families to purchase essential commodities. The flexibility of cash transfers ensured aid reached recipients quickly, allowing them to prioritize their most urgent needs, whether for food, medicine, or other essentials. The injection of cash into the local economy also stimulated economic activity, benefiting local businesses and fostering community resilience. Ripples International also implemented several key initiatives to further support the affected communities. These included the provision of water storage tanks to schools as part of the water sanitation and hygiene programs, ensuring students had access to clean and safe drinking water. This initiative not only empowered households economically, but also helped them recover from the immediate impacts of the drought. Furthermore, Ripples International organized stakeholder engagement meetings focused on climate change adaptation and resilience. These discussions emphasize the importance of early warning systems and mitigation measures, helping communities plan for future droughts and reduce their vulnerability to climate change. As the project drew to a close, significant progress had been made. Morara Primary School, which had seen a 40% drop in student enrollment due to the drought, experienced a remarkable increase in attendance. The support provided through quick maturing seedlings resulted in bountiful harvests in February and March 2024, and many schools were able to resume parent-supported school feeding programs. For example, Limora Primary School saw parents contribute over 40 bags of maize, while schools like Twale Primary, Lasiathorio Primary, and Kiare Primary also resumed their feeding programs, with each parent contributing 10 kgs of maize and 5 kgs of beans. These improvements demonstrated the power of collaboration in reducing human suffering and the growing ability of communities to address their own challenges. As part of the program's Sustainable Exit Strategy, Ripples International introduced Grow Bag initiative to support school kitchen gardens. This initiative provided UV-treated grow bags and non-acidic kale seedlings, which supplemented the parent-supported school feeding program by ensuring a steady supply of nutritious vegetables for school meals. This initiative also extended to vulnerable households receiving cash transfers, allowing them to grow kale both for home consumption and to sell the surplus at local markets. This not only provided an additional source of income for households, but also reduced the reliance on cash transfers, promoting long-term self-sufficiency. The Grow Bag initiative has proven to be a game changer, benefiting both schools and households. It has not only provided nutritious meals, but also generated income from surplus produce, empowering both schools and households economically. The school kitchen gardens have also served as demonstration funds, inspiring other community members to adopt the initiative. In conclusion, the success of this initiative underscores the power of collaborative efforts in alleviating human suffering. Through the collective commitment of Ripples International, local communities, schools, and stakeholders, we have witnessed the resilience and resourcefulness of the affected populations. With increased self-sufficiency, these communities are now better equipped to withstand future challenges, fostering independence and long-term sustainability.
The work you are doing to this school is transforming this community seriously. Thank you very much.
Our input plus your partnership, we really appreciate.
Our near, lovely, because we shall never forget.
Together, we have laid the foundation for a stronger, more resilient future where communities can thrive on their own, reducing dependency and creating lasting change.